You know what's funny to me? These people actually think that they're teaching us something. We know what Three Eye Atlas is. Older than Earth. Come on, man. We know what it is, man. Stop lying, NASA, with y'all goofy asses, man. Stop it with y'all theater work. We know all about y'all theater work. Being cool with Walt, good old Walt Disney. We know what's up with y'all phony work. We know who the Three Eye Atlas is for real. We know what that is. That's a bunch of uh uh prestas, dragons on the wall. Us with the dragonfly or them with the dragonfly perspective. We know what's going on, and we know y'all watch us too. So let's go in. Uh, Mr. Geniuses about Three Eye Atlas, man. Interstellar intelligence. Come on, man. We know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on too. Y'all just don't want the world to know.
Where we explore fascinating stories and ideas from various fields. In this episode, we uncover a cosmic mystery that stretches far beyond our planet, as scientists ask whether the interstellar visitor known as Three Eye Atlas could be older than Earth itself. To understand why this question matters, scientists first looked closely at what kind of object it really is. Three Eye Atlas is an interstellar comet, meaning it comes from outside our solar system. NASA's Atlas telescope discovered it on the 1st of July 2025 in Chile.
July 2025 in Chile. Things that make you go, Peace. Let's let this guy finish up.
Travels very fast and recently passed close to the Sun. Unlike planets, Three Eye Atlas follows a hyperbolic trajectory. This means its path is a wide arc that will send it away from the Sun for good. NASA confirms this orbit shows the comet arrived from beyond our solar system. Based on NASA data and research compiled by astronomers,
Based on
Three Eye Atlas likely
based on
formed
NASA's data, who believes NASA? Do y'all actually believe what NASA say? You can't believe what NASA. I don't know. A lot of y'all believe that we how do we get through this belt of radiation? How are people getting through this radiation belt? I'm trying to figure this out first of all. And we already know y'all globe look funny as shit with no satellites around it. Where y'all satellites at for y'all picture of the globe? I don't never see satellites on y'all pictures of the globe. Y'all think we don't see clearly? We see what's going on, man. When y'all gonna realize that the jig is up, okay? Right? Jubilee 70, honorably, respectfully, okay? Guardian King, the archetype, all right? And this is also equivalent to the new 8-part series, Three Body Problem. Do the knowledge, tie them in. Peace.
in a region of our Milky Way called the thick disk. This region contains stars that are over 7 billion years old. Earth and the Sun are about
7 billion. What's up with all these sevens, man? Stop playing. What's up with all these sevens?
4.6 billion years old. Since Three Eye Atlas may come from the thick disk, its age is estimated to be at least 7 billion years. This makes it potentially older than our entire solar system. NASA's James Webb and Hubble telescopes found 3I Atlas has an icy nucleus between 0.3 and 5.6 kilometers in size. It contains carbon dioxide, water ice, and other gases, showing it formed under different conditions than comets from our solar system. Studying 3I Atlas's age helps scientists.
This stuff is not real, guys. This is not real, okay? They know what it is for real. But this is fake, y'all. NASA is fake. When are y'all going to realize this?
Scientists understand the early Milky Way galaxy. It carries material from before the solar system's formation. This helps answer questions about planet and star formation throughout the galaxy. 3I Atlas will continue moving away from the Sun and the solar system. Scientists are observing it closely to learn more. Its ancient age makes it a valuable visitor from another time and place.
They're lying, guys. They're lying. They're always lying. Let's see. Let's check another one now. Let's check it since we doing a fake 3I Atlas drop. Let's see some more of they fakery, some more of they phonery. This is not real, guys. They know what it is.
Since July, the world has been
It's a
watching
level of
3I Atlas
intelligence.
speed through our solar system. But in October, just as this now infamous interstellar object started to get close enough and bright enough to Earth to study properly, our view of it was blocked by something else, rather close and far brighter: our Sun. The ground-based telescopes that had been tracking its every move for months were now blinded at the most frustrating time. We'd just begun to study its strange molecular ratios, saw it change color twice, and even spotted a strange and unusual sunward tail that some suggested might be evidence of artificial propulsion. Meanwhile, subjected to the sun's intense
dragon
radiation
tail.
and moving at a staggering 68 kilometers per second, it wasn't clear if 3I Atlas would even survive the journey around our star. But all was not
survive
lost. Out
the
in
journey.
space, a
Shut
fleet
up.
of probes, telescopes, and even Mars rovers were keeping a keen eye on 3I Atlas as it dived towards perihelion. Would it make it?
Perihelion. Perihelion. Sound like the turquoise. Man, what are they talking about, man? They always trying to blow some smoke about you know what. Pause.
Out the other side, disintegrate in the sun's searing
This
heat.
reminds me of a big turd. This reminds me of a big turd. And they can track us at such an alarming rate. You guys have no idea. They know who all of us are. Especially when you get the popping off and start calling them out for their buffoonery.
Or would it do something else completely unexpected? I'm Alex McColgan, and you're watching Astrum. Join me as we dissect the stunning new data from 3I Atlas's Mars flyby, find out what happened behind the sun, and analyze the smoking gun evidence from a South African radio telescope that could settle the debate about whether we are looking at a volatile comet or something that is intelligently navigating the dark.
Look at this thing.
Before 3I Atlas even vanished behind the sun, it gave us a warning that it was no ordinary comet. In late August and September, NASA used their SWIFT observatory to watch 3I Atlas as it approached the sun. The SWIFT is designed to spot gamma-ray bursts, but its UV capabilities allowed it to see things invisible to the human eye. In this case, the glow of hydroxyl, or OH, radicals. These models
This is all bull crap, okay? This is all so that NASA can get funding for their further buffoonery. This is fake, and they know it's fake, and they know the truth and what it really is. Okay? Use your dragonfly perspective. You taught the Con drop and 432 to drop. Go over there and get in the drop session and let Con drop school you on what's going on. I know, but honest to this brother, he gonna break it down real sweet for you. Shouts to you, KD. Respect and honest. Wow. And always remember, amor only means one thing. A copper tone, dark man. That's all it means, brother. Watch the video, earlier video I did, right? Watch that. I gave you the definition of more, brother. Love you, man. Peace.
molecules are the broken fragments of water, ripped apart by sunlight. And what Swift detected was a massive surge in those hydroxyl radicals. At a distance of 2.9 astronomical units, nearly 3 times the distance from Earth to the Sun, 3i Atlas was dumping water at a rate of 40 kilograms per second. To put that in perspective, that's the output of a fire hose running at full blast. For a comet this far out, where temperatures are still freezing, this was shocking.
Yeah,
Standard models suggest water ice shouldn't sublimate this
if
aggressively.
water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, how was it shooting out water? That's ice, right? Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, right? So how was it shooting out water? Man, I could chew this thing up for days. Pause. It's idiotified. They know what this really is. They know what's really going on. And don't believe this, y'all. This is trash. This is not real.
It gets closer to the Sun. This fire hose behavior hinted that 3i Atlas wasn't just sublimating water from its surface, it was likely ejecting icy grains into its coma, which were then melting independently, vastly increasing the surface area. But before we could find out more, this comet dipped behind the Sun and disappeared.
Before we can find out more, oh man, they tripped me out with their wordings, man. So theatrical, but you know when you have that cosmic memory and that dragonfly perspective. See, I did the knowledge already, right? A serpent is a dragon. A dragon is a serpent. It's the ability to see clearly. Now, if you want to fight and go back and forth, then, you waste your time and do that. But, one thing about being a guardian has nothing to do with no kingship. But I'm going to always talk harmony and balance. I don't care about who said it first, who did it first. Boy, I did it first, brother. How about we be more concerned about our people learning? See, we talk a good game, but do we walk our game? I care about the people. I care about the people. Bro, if you cared about the people, anybody, let's go for anybody. You wouldn't be so quick to say, I did it first. I noticed it first. I said it first. What is this thing about I'm the first man? Who gives a shit, man? Long as our people get it. Shalak. You hear me? Astaghfirullah. Pa ora. Patala loca. Come on, man.
Appeared. Throughout October 2025, Earth-based
Power. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say greed. Greed. It's greed. That's why we stay into this rut. Because we always trying to greed the next man. Do anybody do anything out of straight love? Just out of love, man. I picked the phone up with people that I knew didn't like me. For no reason. I picked the phone up and said, peace, Tom. I'm just checking in on you, brother. Hope all is well with you and the family. That's it. And I know that this individual got a little bit of malice with me. And for nothing, because I'm really a good brother. Everybody know me, know I'm a good brother, man. And see, one thing about me is, boy, I ride with mine. I ride for mine, and I don't play no games. And I can bring an army with me when we ride. So this is no joke. This is no joke. So yeah.
Telescopes had to take a break from watching 3i Atlas. This was the worst possible scenario for astronomers. The most exciting moment of the comet's journey was happening on the opposite side of the sun from us. When warmed by the sun's radiation, it would be at its brightest and would be outgassing violently. But while Earth may have been blind, we already have plenty of probes and telescopes in the deeper reaches of the solar system. Some of which were perfectly positioned to watch the show
movie
as the comet made its closest approach to the sun. A new study led by Qicheng Chang from the Lowell Observatory in Arizona and Carl Battams from the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory aggregated data from three specific spacecraft: Stereo A, SOHO, and the newly launched GOES 19 satellite. These three spacecraft used chronographs to block out the sun's disk, creating an artificial eclipse. Usually they hunt for solar storms, but in October...
We are not spinning on no ball. We are, this is flat Earth, period. Stop playing. Why the water not falling out if it's a ball? Water, flat surfaces, that's why the water's all level. And the water's not falling out of nowhere. Come on, man. We still dealing with this. It's time for y'all to grow up, man, and start having y'all dragonfly perspective, man. Wake up, man. Open up your eyes, man. Activate your pineal. Activate the waters above, i.e., your higher self. It's time to start activating stuff, man. You're going to get left in the dust, flat out.
They were hunting a comet, and what they saw was a metamorphosis. For months, as 3i Atlas approached the inner solar system, its brightness had been steadily increasing. Astronomers measure the rate at which that brightness increases as a power of an object's distance from the sun, or R.
And I'm going to say this too, man. For me, I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on. As long as you're not a Catholic, as long as you're not like a Christian, as long as you're not like an MU, something like that. But as long as, man, you are on your due rights and you understand that your power is you and there is no higher power other than you, and that, yeah, we have a great spirit that looks over us, but the Most High is you. You have to create the Most High in you over everything. Come on, man. Tighten up. And I could say that 5 or 6 different ways. See, one thing I realized was this. Al-Andalus, America, Africa, and Asia, they were all on the same cosmology click at the same time. Cosmology is the same thing, man, no matter how you look at it. And you can name it whatever you want to name it, but it's the study of balance and harmony. Period. That's where we at, y'all. Let's stop the fighting. Let's stop the, I'm on this side, you on that. How about we all be under one side and we just go, bro, if we would stop all of the middleman and beefing about ridiculous stuff, they would never be able to take us down, man. And those of us that don't have an understanding about certain things, then we need to sit down and talk about it. Let's have our power Weezies, man. You know, we know what happened to Tecumseh and the prophet, his brother. That was a sad situation. That was a sad situation, man. Man, but I'm going to tell you, I know some wild ass, nut ass Moors, and I know some solid, beautiful, peaceful Moors. I know some nut ass, jerk off, Hebrew Israelites, y'all Israelites, and I know some solid, do right, most high over everything, Hebrew Israelites. So it's the individual, man. It's not the title. It's what's in your heart. That is what it's about, man. You know, it's so crazy that we got these Jews, right? I mean, the small hats, man. They running around wearing out little children. Guess what? They synagogues and shit still open. Like that shit never even happened. But we always want to go at each other. But is anybody going at the small hats? Is anybody going at the real hijack? Or is you scared? We know what the Jesuits did. We know what the churches did. We know what the fraternal red men. We know what they did, right? In 1834, the all white Freemason group, where they were mocking the indigenous people here, and they were wearing. I don't know if they made them clothes up or are they really ours. I'm not really sure, right? But their whole thing was to rid of us, to make sure that we never prosper. And it's time to start telling who they are. The Fraternal Order of Red Men, do the knowledge. We ready to put them on blast. Now they're gonna be mad and get ready for your computer to probably crash or whatever, but I'm on my 4th computer, so I don't give a shit, bro. I'm really on a mission. Period. Peace.
Before October, 3i Atlas's brightness was increasing at a rate of roughly r to the minus 3.8. That is a respectable rate for a comet, indicating active sublimation of material from its nucleus. However, inside 2 astronomical units, the brightness slope didn't just steepen, it went almost vertical. The new data shows a brightness scaling of r to the minus 7.5.
Man,
that's a huge increase.
I wonder what
the comet
this
was
is.
shedding mass at a rate that defied standard models for a simple dirty snowball. It was bright enough that, by the time it emerged from behind the sun, even amateur astronomers were able to image it from Earth. These are some of the images taken of 3i Atlas during this time. In them, you can clearly see a bright coma streaking out behind the comet. Although the core of 3i Atlas itself is a little harder to make out, they were taken by astrophotographer Paul Craggs, who used a Dwarf 3 smart telescope from Dwarf Lab, a telescope I've been trying out myself recently. As
hijack.
I like this telescope
blah, blah, blah. We don't care about
really
your telescope. Whatever. Kill yourself, kid. They be lying. It's all lies. They lies.
Especially impressive for such a star clusters. Chang and Battams reported that 3i Atlas appeared distinctly blue relative to the sun. A blue hue in a cometary coma is the signature of specific gas emissions, fluorescence from carbon monoxide, and amide radicals. It suggests that, as 3i Atlas plunged towards perihelion, it shed its dusty red outer cloak.
My birthday is July the 20th.
Penetrated that protective layer
My birthday
and began boiling
is
off volatile ices from deep
20th.
Inside the comet. The real comet,
I ain't afraid to say it no more.
Violently outgassing engine inside only revealed itself when it got close enough to the sun. But these solar probes weren't the only ones watching. Just before the solar encounter, 3i Atlas paid a visit to our little red neighbor, passing just 0.19 astronomical units, or about 28 million kilometers from Mars. This was a cosmic stroke of luck. offering a unique opportunity for the fleet of robots currently exploring the Red Planet to observe. NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter swiveled its high-rise camera
See all
toward
the
the
money
visitor.
they get to
Now,
build all
high-rise
these
is
fake ass
powerful enough.
cameras? Don't none of this shit work. Don't none of it, man. It's water up there, man. The water's above. It's water up there. What are they taking pictures of? Walt Disney's Paramount's movie theater. That's what it is. It's all movie stuff. It's all movie projector stuff. And this stuff is real. We already knocked them off years ago.
To spot a coffee table on the Martian surface from its orbit of 200 to 400 kilometers above. If anything was going to be able to get a resolved
Fake.
picture of the nucleus, it was this camera.
Fake.
But the US government shutdown affected many of NASA's departments,
See?
meaning it took weeks
Then
for
he
the
can't get no
pictures to
money.
be published. The long wait to get a
See,
hold of
look at
these
this. Look,
images
fake.
sparked conspiracy theories that NASA had seen something
All this stuff
unusual,
fake, man.
perhaps extraterrestrial
About
in
these
origin,
aliens. I
and
know
were
aliens.
withholding it from the public
Aliens.
eye. The
These
images
eels.
finally released
That's
by
what it's
NASA
about.
nearly 6 weeks later were underwhelming. They show a fuzzy, unresolved blob.
Yeah.
Even from this distance, the
Yeah.
nucleus was hidden deep within a shroud of gas and dust,
Yeah.
measuring 1,500 kilometers across.
Right.
Although we didn't get a beautiful, pristine photo of our interstellar visitor, at the very least, this non-detection may help scientists pinpoint how large 3I Atlas really is. But we already know from observations made by the Hubble Space Telescope that it is likely no more than 2.8 kilometers wide. But MRO wasn't alone. ESA were busy imaging 3I Atlas with Mars Express and the ExoMars orbiter.
Fake.
And NASA's Maven orbiter
Fake.
used this ultraviolet
Fake.
spectrograph to
Fake.
image the
They
comet's
get all this
hydrogen
money to buy
envelope,
all this fake
revealing
ass
a
shit
massive
and
cloud
don't
of
none of
gas
it work. It's
extending
all
far
fake.
beyond the visible coma.
It's ridiculous.
Perhaps most
We
incredibly,
got people
the
starving in the
Perseverance
city.
rover sitting
Don't
in
have EBT, but y'all wasting money on all this fake Mars shit when you know damn well y'all can't even get through the radiation belt. So stop playing with us. It's flat Earth, man.
crater, fresh from discovering what might be evidence of life on Mars, pointed its mast cam skyward. In the resulting long
And what y'all probably doing is y'all probably going over the other side of the ice wall like Admiral Byrd did. Yeah, 'cause he got somebody started busting on him. Some started shooting on him. Pause. Some started letting off on him when he got too far. Was it the government or was it? We don't know. I think it was the government for real. Yo, started banging on him, bro. You getting too far, Admiral Byrd. Yo, bluffing ass. I'm
Exposure
gone. It's enough of
images.
this. Enough of
3I
this shit. It's enough of this shit. 3I Atlas is phony, y'all. All right. It's a higher interstellar intelligence interface. That's what it is. It's Paramount Tayak. That's what it is. Peace.